All right, we're in for the second episode of the Puck Stops here, and why not bring in the guy that almost had the shutout tonight here at the home opener for the University of Arizona, Anthony Ciurro. Anthony, welcome in. We did this last year, and we're going to touch on some new things today, I promise. Tell me a little bit about how it felt out there tonight to first of all get the win. I know that's first and foremost, but how were you? Were you comfortable?
Yeah, I felt really good. The first shot's always a big one, especially coming in, not that many practices, so getting that first shot out of the way was nice. But I felt comfortable the whole game, and the guys helped me out. Everything was to the outside and keeping it simple for me.
Let's start right there. You guys don't get much practice as a goaltender. How important is it to get ice time?
Yeah, it's pretty important, but the practices we did have they were good because we get a lot of shots. But just in those practices, like I said earlier, you have to keep it simple for the goalies. Work on the small things, like rebound control, because that's going to be the biggest thing in our games, especially against the Sun Devils. Because they're just throwing pucks to the net, trying to get rebounds. So, yeah.
Coach told me that you lost some weight, you got in better shape, you look comfortable. Did you feel as comfortable as you looked?
Yeah, I felt really good. I felt really comfortable. The 20 pounds definitely helps. I can definitely tell a difference. Faster, side to side, and just feel a lot more comfortable.
Talk a little bit about the style of goaltending that you play. You play your angles, I think, really well, and you control the rebounds really well. It's fun to watch because you kind of let the puck come to you, right?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to do? Is that something you strive to do out there?
Yeah, I got to keep my angles strong. I'm not the biggest goalie, so my angles are probably the biggest part of my game. So I got to challenge and take away angles because I'm not that big. So got to do what I can to make sure I'm in the right positions.
What was it like to play an ASU team that, A, there wasn't many penalties, and B, there was a pretty good flow to the game from one end of the ice to the other? Is that fun as a goaltender?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun. Not as many stops like last year when it was penalty after penalty. It keeps the game flow going. And it wasn't just one-sided. It was back and forth, which is always fun. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's always a fun time.
I know there's a little personal pride to win it for U of A since you're from the Phoenix area, but is there anything special you think about this series?
It's just different, and I don't know how to put it in words, but everything's different. The intensity goes up quite a bit. I don't know what it is, but we want to beat them, they want to beat us, and we don't like each other, so it is whatever we can do to win.
We talk about the Western Conference that you guys play in, and you look at UNLV, you look at yourselves, ASU, Colorado, all those different schools, and it seems like the competitiveness is getting closer and closer. You've only been here for a year now, but what do you think? You think it's getting better? Better hockey?
We've only played 2 games, so I haven't really seen many of the other teams, but against ASU, you can see it tonight, it was pretty even. We weren't our best game, but you can see from there, last year it was pretty lopsided, so it's good to see a pretty even competition.
I want to talk a little bit about your summer, but I know you always spend a week at the Behind the Mask Goalie School, and tell me just how important that is. You've been there for a number of years now, and how much good does that get you?
I did it when I was younger. I actually did the camp. Now I'm an instructor, so it's good to get out there and help the young ones out and help them become better goalies. But then you also see kind of things you need to work on too. You see like the older guys that do the camp. You see what they're doing wrong, and you kind of look at it into your game and see maybe I could fix that too. So Randy does a great job, and I'm grateful he lets me come out every year.
That was going to be my next question is, what do you take away as an instructor? You get to watch so many different styles and younger kids, so what do you take away personally? Are the things you learn?
Yeah, you see different styles, especially in the older guys that do the camp, because everyone has a different style of play. I think the biggest thing as an instructor is, like for the older guys, is to make the small things better, and then for the little guys to make sure they're doing the big things right. So there's definitely a big age group difference, but you definitely see a bunch of different talent.
And for people that don't know, that thing sells out quick, doesn't it? He fills it up as many as he can get on the ice.
Yeah, I think I don't know how many years he's been doing it, but I think every year it sells out. He does a great job. It's a good camp, and yeah.
So I always ask my goaltenders as we wrap things up, if you're going to talk to an 8, 9, 10-year-old goaltender, what are you going to tell them? What's the most important thing to get to the point where you're at or beyond?
A big thing's a quick memory. You can't let goals get in your head. And then I think just quickness, side-to-side movements and challenging your angles and stuff. But I think the biggest thing is keeping your mental game steady and keeping it strong.
Anthony, congratulations on that first win. I'm sure there's many more to come, so good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.